It's the time to get down.
Yep.
Love Shadow. Go get it free. You can get it free at packstereo.tv in our free download section, or you can go search it. Go to dig.cc Mixter and search Love Shadow. Something special. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Sight and sound, the body heats. Shout out to all our good friends, Mac McAllister, G&M Bureau Chief. Mac, I missed you this Sunday, but I'm going to probably listen tonight. I listen to Mac every week. I even do Mac catch-up. When I catch up on Mac episodes. So y'all go check G&M Bureau Chief. He's the host of Retro Jazz and Blues.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah,
all right, you guys. So something special.
That was a good one, man. Yeah, no, it is. That's a timeless track. You know, it may not be of the current, genre of, say, R&B, but it is a timeless track anyway. So much respect to Love Shadow.
Well, I want to remind everybody, too, to be here tomorrow because it's Election Day. And so I'm going to be doing my own version of the predictions.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to predict, even now, it's going to be more or less the same shit.
Right. You're right.
You know what? Because, Vic, they keep talking about who's going to take control of the House. I said, well, you just got to having recently a situation where Bush had the Senate. They actually controlled the House and the Senate.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything. And I think when all this, who controls all this, I think it's a bunch of crap because they don't do anything anyway.
Well, you
look back, nothing's done. Nothing's different.
When you look at the actual polling, they looked at the polling and had the polling going this morning about Republicans, Democrats, the general populace, who basically said, no matter who's right now, the GOP, whatever, whether it's Republican run, Democrat, they just basically all have pointed to none of those conditions would fix it. Different party, meaning that the public is a little bit more smarter about what's going on because probably the corporations and the big business, as they collapsed in many industries, showed them that, you guys really don't have control of it because they kind of run.
Feeling.
This is the economic indicator. Yeah.
And even though I think a lot of them are surprised, even though a lot of us have been saying this, well, yeah, that's the stats. And stats that say like 80% of people out there just want to replace everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then the media doesn't get it. They go like, why is the public willing to vote in these people who are not educated on the system? Because they don't want people in the system.
Right.
Don't you see? They think if you in the system, they think if you know the system very well, you probably were the same old liar, thieves they were dealing with all along.
True.
Yeah.
But you're right, Mark. I mean,
attorneys.
At some point, somebody says, your vote really doesn't count for change. It just counts.
Well, it's like attorneys and politicians.
Uh-oh.
What's the difference between attorneys, politicians, and a catfish? One's a scum-sucking, bottom-dwelling mud.
I knew you was going there.
And the other was a catfish.
Okay.
All right. Y'all ready for some sports?
Yeah, man. Give them something. Good news. Politically run sports, athletes, and entertainment, bringing it to you live, knocking you in your forehead. And can we say sports, even though we don't have a vote, we pretend like it's entertaining. And it's something to go after. What would you rather be, a world's famous sports athlete or the president of Leimert Park?
Which one has the best budget?
Whenever you're ready, man, it's all on you.
I'm waiting to see if it's cut.
Buffering.
That's right. It's buffering.
Right. In the meantime, it's that time.
It's the
That's
new
the time I was waiting
sports. For. It's all about Shaq and drag and the Celtics running around because it's Halloween and little leprechaun people scare the shit out of you on Halloween. But sports, yeah.
That's just ridiculous. You said little leprechaun people. Pretty soon that's not going to be politically correct. Because
leprechauns are going to come in here and start some stuff, huh?
Because they're real.
Tired of these damn leprechauns.
Yeah, they're real, man. They're
always messing up. They don't clean up after themselves.
That's okay. In the meantime, you guys, hey, you know what we do here in sports? You have to apologize. I believe our special guest, Heather Clay, probably got lost in the maze, and it's just one of those things. But in the meantime,
we'll get her back because I got some wonderful videos of her.
You do?
Yeah, man.
Okay, I'm gonna think about that.
So we could if we felt like it.
Yeah, I know.
We could wait to, but we do have some.
No, well, you never know. They always, people, like I said, traffic in L.A. can fool you. But in the meantime, Mario, when you brought up the leprechaun thing and you're wearing the green thing, I thought it was appropriate to let you know that somebody's green with envy. And it looks like the Hulk came out on top this Halloween with the best dress girlfriend.
Man,
say it. Go on.
Hulk got to be on top.
Got to be on top.
Lord, she look good green.
That's what I'm saying.
I would lick her green.
Oh, there you go.
Belly button.
See.
You know why?
Sports.
Because I think she's gonna taste like a sour apple candy.
That's a good taste.
See what I'm saying? That's why I meant it like that.
That's a good taste.
I'm saying you want to lick her belly button because she tastes like a sour apple candy.
Okay, I don't know all about that part, but we're gonna go. You know what? You make a good point, and I, in replacement of Heather, who's not here, she was going to make this woman feel the competition because Heather was coming with the true gift of Halloween, and we just didn't have a chance to see it. Oh. But in the meantime, you guys, we do sports and it's wrapped around sex in some kind of way, in some kind of form, and we don't do statistics. So if you're looking for your fantasy football, we can give you the fantasy, we just can't give you the football. So, in the meantime, let me just say this. The top sports of the weekend, dude, I'm going to give you a couple of them. Mar, you tell me which ones you thought were in the top sports category, all right?
All right.
All right, we're going to go with San Francisco Giants are one game away from winning the World Series. One game away. I mean, they weren't even favored. No one even considered them. You got a new BCS champion to be. Oregon, all right? And you got LeBron James said he would change how he did the decision, but everything will basically stay the same. And you have the Dallas Cowboys, who lose at home badly to the point that, of course, Jerry Jones has to apologize. Brett Favre knocked out of the game again, and I don't know if that means that we have to wait every week for him to get knocked out. And the Lakers in Miami in the early part of the season are dominating play, and even with the Lakers at a higher, faster pace are surprising people. Which of these subjects, and I didn't include NASCAR because NASCAR is hard to follow when you don't know how to follow the point system. It's called the chase. Which one of these is your favorite top subject? And we'll start.
Well, I'll tell you which one is my least.
I knew it.
That LeBron, no one cares. I love LeBron. They keep bugging him. Leave him alone. They keep making him, because they keep asking him. That's a non-story.
Right.
He wasn't out there trying to tell everybody, let me tell you how I feel about what I did. They keep asking him, and then they take that and make it to a story. Okay.
I know. I agree.
So I support him. And, of course, the Lakers, that's a non-story.
That's
okay, so now the big story really is
what is that?
The new BCS #1 because, you know what? College football this year is a phenomenon.
Right.
And I think it's even better than in other years. Maybe what you're seeing, but the quality of the games is such that I think you may be recruiting a new base.
I agree.
It's just, I don't know, I have to get some numbers, but the college games have been wonderful, Vic. I'm not untypical, but you've got me every week now.
Right.
Looking for college games.
Yeah. Okay,
that's a big deal. And I actually like to compare the coaches poll versus the BCS as a routine.
Yeah.
So no, I think that's the story. I think that's the big story.
You going?
Now, NFL is the next story because unfortunately the baseball, no matter what, even though it's the World Series, it falls into the background. So with the NFL, so it still was a bigger story about the Dallas Cowboys. First of all, David Garrard looked wonderful. No one expect. Okay, first of all, you guys, let's go back to the beginning of the season.
Yep.
Who would have predicted that, first of all, Randy Moss would have been traded? Who would have predicted that the Dallas Cowboys would be 1-6?
Right.
Or that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers
are the top NFC team right now?
Okay, so
all right.
So the Dallas game was a good game to watch.
Right.
The Brett Favre at the Vikings game was not as interesting, but still was a pretty good game. The one thing you can say is Brett played well. Come on, you guys. He played well. He did a solid game. And that goes to prove a point I have. He's still a solid Warrior. And I must admit, I was so pleased to see Tavares
Jackson
come in and throw that. So, no, Vic.
Yeah.
Football. College football, NFL football dominates.
Got you.
Now, somewhere down the list is the World Series. And you wish it had been, I was just getting ready to almost watch a game.
Right.
If it had been a little closer.
Well, what did you think about? Let me just go on because I'm gonna follow your train with the Oregon Ducks because we can't talk too much about them as it relates to what they did. It was funny because our representative here for the voting on on legalizing marijuana, we had a conversation about what's going to happen with Oregon and USC, and he had a straight up bet. And he said, bottom line is, he says, man, USC is going to surprise. I said, no, he's not. I actually
oh, hell no.
I actually said, they will spot USC 30 points and still blow them out. I said, because they come out in the second half,
yes,
and they exhaust you with their the way they play. They're like on crack on the field. And so they exhaust the USC players, and even the Oregon players said, we started noticing that in the late third quarter, fourth quarter, they were getting tired.
Well, they say that Oregon practices at a fast pace.
Yes.
I was saying 40. They're going to beat everybody by I said 40-20 just as a starting point.
Yeah, I got you.
I think there was a starting. Oh, but Vic, you didn't put one game on here. It would have been NFL 2 top story. There's one other top story that I think you got to add on here.
No, I know what you would. Go ahead.
No, it's not. It's different. The Jets.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's what you thought I was going to say?
Yeah. No, the only reason why I didn't say the only reason why.
Man, what happened? I didn't see the game because they didn't show it out here. Come on, come on, Vic?
I watched it. I watched it. It was on.
I was right. I had to work. So tell me.
It was okay. The way the game is, did the Green Bay Packers really beat them? No. Green Bay has a great defense. It's a matchup defense, but the New York Jets turned the ball over and missed field goals. So they had scoring opportunity. They were down inside the Green Bay area in the zone, the Green Bay zone, and they actually turned the ball over. So is it more that they made mistakes more than Green Bay dominating the game? I didn't expect New York Jets to do a lot of scoring. LaDainian, he didn't get the yardage you were used to seeing, but when you go down there and you miss those opportunities, it wasn't like it was a game where Aaron Rodgers showed you how much he can win because
it wasn't an Aaron Rodgers, Mark Sanchez duel.
Not at all. It was turnovers. Who had the least amount of turnovers? So I look at the Jets as being that game, you know what, we beat ourselves. That's the way I seen it. I expected Green Bay to be tough. So I didn't put that up there because I thought even more so was the Brett Favre, Randy Moss relationship. New England.
That's my next.
That's the one.
Because that was the one. Was the post game?
Yes.
And I got the quotes here.
Yeah.
But I don't understand Randy Moss. You guys, after the game, they interview him. I'm just.
You're trying to figure it out, right?
No, because he just needs to shut up.
Well, you remember,
and he was fined just previously for talking.
Well, yeah, but you know what, Mario? I think the part was this: you ask for a better deal. If the team can't give you a better deal, then they'll give you a trade that'll give you the better deal. The problem is you get the better deal with the money, but then you may lose a relationship with the team. And he has a great respect for the New England Patriots organization to salute them as it relates to your post-game interview and say, hey, my hat's off, salute, I'm out to the New England Patriots. I love you. He didn't say I love you, Vikings. So what is the message?
That he's a selfish asshole that he's always been.
You see. Well, see, you can read the print, but all you had to do was watch the interview. It felt like I felt like he was representing the New England Patriots locker room. That's what I felt like.
Well, here's the quote. He says, quote, "The bad part about it, you have 6 days to prepare for a team, and on the 7th day, that's Sunday, meaning today, I guess they come over to me and say, dag, Moss, you was right about a couple plays and a couple schemes they were going to run. It hurts as a player that you put a lot of hard work in all week, and toward the end of the week, Sunday, when you get on the field, that's when they acknowledge about the hard work you put in throughout the week. That's actually a disappointment. Maybe I ought to give you some head."
You what? I didn't see it. I didn't feel that one coming, man.
Yeah, I'm saying, no offense. Who gives a shit about your feelings?
Right.
Be a pro.
I know.
What a puss.
There was a play where Favre